A very good evening to one and all. Welcome to your C Sportscast for today. Let's start with some cricket news because after a week of brinkmanship, shadow battles, spinning and venting, cricket administrators will face cold reality in the ICC boardroom in Dubai over the next 2 days, hoping to avoid open revolution, but to come out at the end of the discussions better prepared to face the future as an international sport. They will be confronted with the chilly resolve of the BCCI to claim what it deems its rightful share of global cricket revenue in a new two-tiered structure for the game on the field, with an addendum revenue-sharing structure that reflects India's dominance in the sport, backed up, of course, by Cricket Australia and the England and Wales Cricket Board, two of the traditional powers of the game. But Colin Board isn't thrilled with the plans, but is pointing fingers at the WICB for his level of ignorance, as they have said little to clear up some burning issues and rampant speculation. Board is firmly of the view that while many have spoken out on the issue, with so little pertinent information coming from the regional governing body for cricket, the WICB, anything said is of pure speculation and cannot paint a true picture of the plans proposed.
If 10 years from today, it's about television rights, and China gets into cricket, then China can say they can't be relegated because there are a billion people looking at it. It's about quality cricket, it's about continued development, and it cannot be only for those with the money, it has to be for those who need assistance. If cricket is not a global sport, then let the three play on their own and let the rest of the tier continue. I don't think it's the correct approach. It becomes across as being arrogant, and at the end of the day, it's going to be important for two things: that we understand all the pros and cons of such a proposal, which we are not yet privy to. And secondly, is the WICB going to have a conversation now with the ICC, or does it have a stated position? And if it's a stated position, let us know what it is and the rationale as to why such a position was taken. I think that is important for the stakeholders in the Caribbean to understand.
He also feels strongly that any new system should have development at the core, as the game targets new markets to help with its own survival and growth.
If there's a second tier, does the second tier teams get an opportunity to play T20 cricket or one-day cricket against the top four? That's how you're going to have to try to get revenue. It's not going to be of any use to us if West Indies plays Zimbabwe 5 times in 2 years. There's absolutely no revenue to be derived from it. Certainly the boards are going to end up with a deficit, and it's going to retard the development of cricket in the Caribbean. And if you have a West Indies team that is low on the rung as it is now, it cannot be good for world cricket. And we're not only talking about West Indies, we're talking generally. It's about development. What is the ICC's role? Yes, to earn revenue, but it's to earn revenue specifically for the development of the game called cricket. And I think in this case, financing are playing too much of a part rather than development and continuation of Test cricket.
The big question remains how much the WICB is prepared to sacrifice cash for control. In other words, will it vote against the restructure that seems a fait accompli, given the strength of the three superpowers of cricket who are driving the changes? And how much negative fallout, financial or otherwise, it can absorb given its own peculiar financial situation. Only time will tell as the world awaits the outcome of these next couple of days of discussion and compromise.